As we've been talking earlier in the program, Russian oil accounts for a big share of global energy exports. So let's focus on the economic war, if you will. It was the third largest exporter of crude oil products in 2019, behind only the UAE and Saudi Arabia. There you have the numbers. Sanctions could take its pumps largely out of service, but the West would then have to look for alternatives. And if you look at the world's largest oil producers, well, now Russia's number 3, with more than 10 million barrels a day. The US has been feeling out world top oil exporter Saudi Arabia to increase supply, but they're still saying OPEC Plus will apply. Iran is another potential replacement, but that's got all sorts of issues concerning US sanctions and the like. And the same for Venezuela and Maduro. It's outside the top 10, only 500,000 barrels a day, and Maduro says he can pump 3 million, but that remains to be seen. So Francisco Blanch is the head of global commodities research for Bank of America and joins us now. The reality is, as I read in your note, the reality is that there is no quick fix to replace Russian oil and gas, and to lose it would dramatically increase the price.
Yeah, that's exactly right. And to be honest, I don't really think we can replace it, even in a large way, or even allow prices to go a little higher. Now, it doesn't seem that prices are that crazy high in the U.S., but remember, we have a very strong U.S. dollar backdrop. Euro dollar is 109. The British pound is scratching 130. So against the U.S. dollar. So consumers in other parts of the world are feeling the pinch a lot more than consumers in the U.S. because of that dollar strength. So there's several factors that play into this, and yeah, we have a major issue here at hand when it comes to sanctioning Russia.
Right. So you've got the U.S. deciding that it's going to sanction oil and gas. The UK's done the same and says, but it's not in the same situation. I mean, can Germany, the Netherlands, all the other countries that rely on it, what do they do if they don't want to destroy or harm their own economies in the process? That's the catch-22 here.
That's exactly right, because remember, the price sensitivity of commodities is such that if you curtail, let's say, 20% of Russian exports, and Russia exports about 8.5 million barrels a day, because you mentioned this number 3 producer, it's actually number 2 exporter in the world. If Russia's exports get curtailed by 20%, the price of oil is likely to increase by $30, $40 a barrel, maybe more. So essentially, the Russians will make up in price what they're losing in volume, while as the importers of oil and other raw materials will end up paying a much, much higher price. So it's almost like you end up hurting yourself more than you hurt the exporter at this point.
If we look at other commodities, whether it's palladium, titanium, wheat, all these other raw materials, commodities that Russia produces or Ukraine produces that are now out of the market, we are seeing a dislocation in commodities across a vast array of different items.
That's right. We've been telling our clients for the last couple of weeks that there's going to be more inflation, more volatility, and more basis risks. And what I mean by basis risks is the differential between gasoline and crude oil, between Brent crude oil and WTI crude oil, between Urals, which is the Russian crude benchmark, and Brent. We are seeing some of the biggest dislocations in commodity markets ever. And one of our big concerns is that wheat is actually, if you look at Russia and Ukraine combined, they're actually the largest suppliers of wheat to the world export markets, around 29% share, which could also impact food prices. In fact, it's impacting food prices in a very meaningful way. So that's a big risk we're running as well, not just running short on energy supplies, which again is critical to industry, critical to consumers, but also food. I mean, food is a big problem building up as well in the background here.
if Russia does not export, let's take the 8% that was going to the US. So they can't export to the US. I guess that is all. You say that the price rises because of that. But at the same time, they've now got 8% more oil that they can sell somewhere else, to China or to somebody else. Does that not zero it out?
Well, it does. So three things can happen to commodity flows. I mean, it's in fact pretty straightforward. It's three scenarios that we have compared to all the political possibilities that you can discuss. In commodities, it's only one of three things. Either flows go back to what they used to be 6 months ago, and they normalize. Or alternatively, we see exactly what you said, which is the U.S. limits Russian imports, but then China takes them up. So we see a reshuffling of global commodity trade, a new commodity world order, if you like. And then there's a third possibility, which is the one that we're all worried about, which is one where restrictions on Russian exports lead to big surpluses and deficits, a little bit like we saw back in the Soviet Union times, where Russia's commodity markets end up with an enormous surplus, while we end up with huge deficits in the Western markets, and so, that could happen in some specific cases.
So, final question: and how was it realistic for the deputy minister in Russia to say, if you sanction or if we turn off the taps, you will see oil going to $300 a barrel? That number is taking on a life of its own. So tonight, sir, tell me, yes, it could happen, or B, highly unlikely.
Well, so in our bad scenario, right? I mean, we talked about three scenarios. Our bad scenario is that prices are going to spike to $150 a barrel, and this is our baseline. Okay. In our ugly scenario, we think prices could spike to $200 a barrel into the summer months. And our ugly scenario only encompasses a dislocation of half of Russian supplies. Right. So, you can do the math for the rest. If we see a full shutdown of Russian supplies, the prices are going to be meaningfully above $200 a barrel. But again, Russia would have no revenue. So I'm not sure they are prepared to completely shut their supply of oil and gas out to the world, because that would also have big implications on Russian finances. And our economists are estimating that there will be already a 13% contraction in Russian GDP this year, because of the existing set of restrictions on Russia. Right. So you add that curtailment of energy, that the reduction in GDP could be 25, 30%, could be a massive meltdown in economic activity there. So I think they'll probably think twice about doing it.